Hey everybody, it's JI here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do an oil change on your car or your truck. This is going to be a complete walkthrough, so follow along. So this is pretty much all you'll ever need for this job. What you're going to need first, you're going to need a funnel. Next, you're going to need a ratchet or wrench, doesn't matter which. Then we're going to have an oil filter wrench. They have many different kinds. Obviously, we're going to have our filter, oil, and then our drain pan. So the car's been running for a few minutes, letting it warm up. Now it's time to change the oil. Grab your ratchet and your drain pan. What you're going to want to do first is locate your oil pan. A lot of them are black like this, or some of them are even labeled, and we're going to find our drain bolt. Then take your ratchet or wrench and crack the drain bolt loose. After you crack it loose, it's typically hand tight. You can spin it out with your fingers. Just get it undone and let the oil drain right into your pan. Now that it is done draining, what we're going to do now is start up our drain bolt again. And we're going to make sure we're going to start it with our hands because you don't want to cross thread it. Wipe down your surface. And when tightening it up, make sure you make it just snug, because if you go too tight, it will mess up the threads. So just snug it up. Now what we are going to do is locate your oil filter. It looks just like this right here. Some of them are cartridges, some of them are up on top of the engine, but a lot of times it's going to be this one. Grab your oil filter pliers, many different kinds of this as I mentioned earlier, and just loosen it up. Typically only takes about one turn or so before you can start loosening it up with your hands. Now make sure you have your drain pan under you, because you are going to lose oil when this starts to come off. This is typically the messiest part of the job. There will even be oil left into the filter, so when you take it off, make sure to dump the rest of it out. Now it's time to install our new filter. One thing you want to make sure when installing it is that you grab some old oil, steal some of the old one, and rub it around the outside where that rubber seal is. This helps prevent your oil filter from getting super stuck next time you're taking it off, causing a complete mess. So always do this when you're changing your oil filter. Now screw it on just like the drain plug. Always start it with your hand. Prevent cross threading and don't make it tight, only hand tight. You won't need your wrench for this. Again, as always, clean up your mess. Now we're going to fill it up. Always make sure there's no dirt left in your funnel, and just fill it up to the right spec. This car only takes 3.7 quarts, that's all we're going to put in it. Now we're inside the car, we're just going to start it up, let it run, let that new oil just flow through the engine. Now we're just going to drive it off the ramps, get it onto level ground so we can check the oil on our dipstick with the car being on level ground. Now we're going to locate our dipstick and pull it out. They're usually always yellow, some of them are orange, but typically yellow. We're going to wipe it off first. You always want to wipe it off the first time, because the oil splashes around while the car is running. So we're going to wipe it off and insert it back into the car. Pull it out again and check the level on the dipstick. If you aren't sure how to read your dipstick, there's usually two dots that you read the oil level in between, just like this photo is about to pop up. Now that our oil is good and we know it's good, we're going to insert our dipstick, and we're pretty much all finished with the job now. Got the hood closed, now we're going into the car and just going to reset our oil life on our trip meter. And finally, just like that, we are all done with our oil change. I really hope you guys like this one. Tune in to the next one. Peace out.